Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Gabriel Monque. This is my Facebook. This is the first video I've actually made for this Facebook. I've been meaning to make more. I've been meaning to start making them, actually. I just have not been able to get around to it, especially now that I'm in El Paso, Texas right now, which I'm currently visiting. I'm originally from San Diego, California. So first off, I'm going to make this video short. Talk about a couple basic things. Myself, first is my name is Gabriel Monge, Monge in Spanish. I come from Mexico, Tijuana. Was born and raised partially up until 8 years old. Went to California, San Diego, thanks to my parents, where I was raised. So one of the things I want to talk about is my grandfather. My grandfather was a very successful entrepreneur. Some of the stuff that I've been talking in this video before I get to it, though, I would elaborate a little bit more in further videos. But back to my grandfather, he is somebody who was very successful. He got to Tijuana when it was in its infancy. And so what he did, he took advantage of the market and he started a chain of pharmacies that grew exponentially, and he started making quite a bit of money. But oddly enough, this happened a long time. We're talking about, 40, 50 years ago. He died at 85 just a couple years ago. So, it was way before my time. But I got to see a little bit of it when I was very young, and I never understood. If my grandfather had all this money, all these businesses, and so all this connection, why was it that he was living in a corner of a hole by the time I was really aware of my surroundings? After I was 18, I started going into the world, you visit your family and so forth. And he always lived in a really run down area. I never understood why. But back then, I didn't care to ask why. I just knew that he used to be wealthy, and now he wasn't. And so here I was, kind of contemplating, but never cared up until I started learning about financial education. That's when I started looking more into my grandfather. Say, hey, what happened? And so after interviewing them, my family, even family I don't know, I found out that he trusted around people, he didn't use his money wisely, but what ultimately destroyed his wealth was the financial collapse that happened down in Mexico. The currency collapse that happened down in Mexico in the late 80s. That pretty much finished him off, so that basically the financial mistakes he made, the people he didn't trust, and, not knowing that the best investment that you could make before a currency collapse is precious metals. He didn't invest in precious metals, and so he lost everything, and it's very sad because my grandfather was a very smart man, but just he thought he was too smart, and ultimately that was his downfall. And that's something I plan to repeat myself here in the U.S. With the currency being inflated as much as it is. So, one thing I like to get into is something that I'm doing to protect my investment, my wealth, and even to accumulate wealth, is I'm investing in precious metals. Specifically, I'm investing in gold. Now, the problem with gold right now is that gold is, normally too expensive for the average person. It's still over $1,000 per ounce. Most people can't afford it, and even if they could afford it, most of them don't even know where, or are too lazy to go out and buy gold. So I came across a company called Karatbars. Karatbars was this German company that's been around for over a couple years now, and they started making gold, currency grade gold, okay, in small denominations that are affordable on pretty much any budget, So it's something that was appealing to me because last year I got into digital currency, and the problem with digital currency, the company that I was with, is, I invested a substantial lot of money on it, and I lost quite a bit, and it left me pretty financially drained, and I'm still suffering from it because of what happened. At the time, I thought it was a good investment. The value of the digital currency went up, up to the last time I saw it was one digital currency from the company was $13. So I'm not going to name the company. There's no point. It's no longer around. But you see a lot of digital companies going out of business, or just not being valued as much. Litecoin is one of them. They used to be so big. Now it's, even Bitcoin is still struggling right now. But, not to say that it's not possible to make money. It's just I just don't believe in it because it's still not backed by anything, and it's still fiat as far as the definition of what a fiat currency is. So going back to Karatbars and its currency grade gold, here was a way for me to buy gold that was affordable. And let me show you what it looks like. This is I brought with me here in Texas a 1 gram gold card. Okay, put that up there so you guys can see it. I'm using my cell phone this because I didn't bring my camcorder today. So this is 1 gram currency grade gold, and what I love about this is that it's certified by the London Bullion Market Association, which is it's basically a certificate of authenticity. Okay, which is something that's very useful because it's right on the card itself. So except in the most eastern countries, a couple states here in the U.S. But why would you want to use it up to buy goods? The idea of accumulating precious metals is that it will grow in value, and if it doesn't grow in value, at the very least, it will protect your wealth and so forth. So, and that's what I'm doing. And what I love about Karatbars is not only is it affordable, but it provides a way for people to just go online, order gold by the gram, to 1 gram, 2.5 or 5 gram, and have it delivered directly, securely into your home. What more could you possibly want than that? So to sum it up, not only can you do what I just said, but if I show somebody else how to buy gold, and they buy gold off of Karatbars, the Karatbars will more than generously will give me a commission. So why is this important? Now, this a substantial amount of detail to what I'm saying, but I'm gonna just kind of summarize it. So Karatbars will pay me to simply refer people how to buy gold. Now, why is that important? Because eventually the money you spent to buy gold is no longer spent, because you start making more from the commissions that the gold ends up paying for itself, and on top of that you have some left over for yourself. Now let me ask you, what could you do with an extra income that you can make on the side? We're talking realistic numbers here. What could you do with an extra $300 aside from the gold that it's already being put as the commission has already been being put aside to actually buy the gold itself? So what could you do with an extra $300 or $500 a month? Could you use that money to buy more gold? You can go ahead and pay off some bills. You can go ahead and buy the clothes. Help your family out and so forth. There's a lot of things you can do. So Karatbars, really, I love it because it really just offers this genuinely opportunity not only to accumulate gold in its best form, but also make an extra income. The company pays in euros. I don't have my card on me, but on my next video I'll definitely show it to you guys. It's kind of an amazing thing if you look at it, because you kind of lock in several birds with one stone. So but anyways, I said I was going to make this video short, so this is going to be my introduction for what's going to be a series of videos I will start releasing. I may make another one later today, talking about what's going on here in our country, here in the United States. Maybe elaborate a little bit more to what happened in Mexico, and kind of take it from there. So if you guys have any questions regarding to anything I said, Karatbars in particular, how you can get gold by basic gold that basically pays for itself, feel free to comment right below, or send me a message. As a matter of fact, as I'm recording this, I already had a couple of people actually message me up about it. So anyways, I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and I look forward to making my next video, and you guys go ahead and looking at it. Okay, alright guys, so have a wonderful day.